What's up guys, and welcome back to another LEGO Lover 117 video. And right now we are in for another review. That's right, we're in for another one. And this is a item that I've already briefly kind of talked about in another review in the past. But I said, you know what? I recently got the new version of this item for Christmas this year. That probably spoiled what the item was and, you know, the title of the video. I said, you know what, let's go ahead and retcon this and do another review. So without further ado, we're going to be talking about Oliver again today. Now, Oliver is my favorite character from the Thomas & Friends series. He's just so good-hearted and so cocky and so funny. You can't go wrong with good old Oliver. And I was very happy that he came back in Season 18. I wasn't like the fan noobs that went crazy about Duck coming back when he made a 5-second cameo. But I was very excited that he was coming. So anyway, Oliver first appeared in the Railway series, obviously, and he first appeared in the book Enterprising Engines. As in this book, he was saved from scrap in there, and then he moved on to Oliver the Western Engine, and then a few others. Did a bunch of cameos throughout the TV series. He first appeared in Season 3 in the story Escape, and then he got sort of a, I call them arcs for characters. He got his own little story arc throughout Escape, Oliver Owns Up, and Toad Stands By. Toad Stands By didn't come around until Season 4, I believe. So they waited a little while to finish up that arc. But the model of Oliver first came around in 1994. It was this basic shape. He hadn't changed much, except for the fact that he had flat magnets, no name, and his wheels were dated 1994. And of course, he stayed the same, and also his funnel was wooden. And he stayed the same all throughout here until 2006. But we'll move on to 2006 in a minute. But anyway, let's look at this model of Oliver. This model of Oliver is, of course, painted a livery green, and does not represent his TV series model at all, really, except for the face. The face is a great Oliver face. I love the face on this model, but it just doesn't look like his TV series model in any way, shape, or form. There's the name on the bottom, Oliver, and let me just check the dates. This Oliver is dated 2003, so this Oliver could be from any time between 2000 and 2006. So that's that model of Oliver. Let's move him across the tracks here. That model of Oliver sold from, 1994, and had a few changes made, but then was changed in 2006 to the new style Oliver, which is showing on your screen right now. And this style of Oliver looked more like the TV series model, was basically an overhaul of the old style, and looked a lot better in my opinion. But he was only sold, I believe he was sold by himself, and then was also sold in like a 6-car value pack with Toad and Fred and some other characters. But he was only out from 2006, and I believe until maybe 2007 or 2008, and then was retired. But, of course, in 2014, Oliver made his triumphant return into the TV series, and that means he also made his triumphant return into the wooden railway market. Now, here's the 2014 Oliver, which is sort of a hybrid of the 2006 Oliver and the old-style Oliver. Now, as you can see, he's pulling his little dinosaur back thing here. I'll just remove that. That's all. I only put that in there because it was part of the 2-pack that he came in. As you can see, there's his box. Right there. So anyway, the 2014 Oliver looks like this, and he looks absolutely gorgeous. I love the way he looks. He's sort of a hybrid between the two. He has basically the same shape as the 2006 Oliver. The green wheels were also added in the 2006 Oliver, which makes much more sense than black wheels because he had green wheels in the TV series. He's mainly made out of wood, which I really like to see, except for this dome right here, and this entire area up here, including the face. This is all plastic, but the rest of it, minus the wheels, is all wood. If it'll focus here. There's his 11, and there's the GWR in yellow. I love the detail, the little side rods around his door, and the light. There's his name on the bottom with the recall codes. Whoops. And he is dated 2012. So you can kind of see right there. The face is where I come down on this model. I mean, yes, it is the TV series kind of face, but I've always been used to this face, which looks a lot better and resembles Oliver a lot more. Let's just look at these two models side by side here. As you can see, okay, so as you can see, this model on the side has a lot less, cut off of here. He's got his boiler running all the way across. Or this, not his boiler, this little thing running all the way across his water tank. This one has his water tank separated right here, and it's just his boiler along there. And that's why I say they're kind of a hybrid, because I think that the 2006 model didn't use any aspect of this model, but this model did. So that's why I say they're kind of a hybrid of each other. But there's really not many major differences besides that and their shape. The backs look sort of the same. I find it funny on this model of Oliver, you can see there, there's where the widow's peak would be. It's got his outline right there. And the only other major difference is the face, really. As you can see, there's the face. I definitely like this face a lot better, but I don't think it would suit this model, because we're so used to seeing the CGI series. Now it's time to move on to ratings and such, and recommends and such. Do I recommend that you get Oliver? Yes, I do. I highly, highly, highly recommend that you get Oliver. But which model do I recommend? Well, I definitely recommend this model. For one thing, it's cheaper than sometimes the prices that this model goes for. I've seen this model in box go for quite a lot of money. But this model you can find anywhere really, because he's a recent release. So I highly recommend this model, but if you find this model for cheap, definitely go for that one. For out of 10 ratings, this model I definitely give a 8 out of 10 because of the fact that, well, he doesn't represent his TV series model as well as I would like him to, but he's very nostalgic for me, because this is the model of Oliver that I grew up with, and I think I actually used him as Stepney as a child, because I didn't have Stepney as a kid. But anyway, for this model, I would definitely give it a 9 out of 10 because it just looks like his TV series model, and it's so gorgeous and it's so cool. He just looks like his TV series model. Only reason I take off a point is because he's sold in a 2-pack. I realize that is kind of weird, but I don't see why they had to put him in a 2-pack with a dinosaur car, because it has nothing to do with Tale of the Brave. He makes a 5-second cameo at the beginning, spoiler alert. So it really doesn't make any sense except for, more money. Anyway, that is my second review on Oliver the Great Western Engine. Please leave your thoughts, your comments, and your opinions down below, and I will see you all next time. Good night, everybody.